In today's episode, I will be unpacking Amazon's sales strategy and how you can and should apply this to your membership so you can have much faster conversions, have bigger and better launches, and lock in more recurring revenue every single month inside of your membership. Let's get into it. Welcome to the $1 Million Memberships Podcast, where we help female entrepreneurs like yourself start, grow, and scale multiple 6- and 7-figure online memberships with simple, step-by-step strategies that actually work.
Your life is about to get so good.
Let's dive in. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to $1 Million Memberships Podcast. I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to be diving into this topic because this is something I have been screaming from the rooftops, whatever rooftops those are that come when it comes to memberships. And it is something that people fight me on all of the time. Not actually fight me on, but definitely push back until they actually do it, execute it, and experience it. And if you were listening to this in real time, even if you're not listening to this in real time, it doesn't matter because it happens every single year, is Amazon has these events called Prime Days. And if you're not familiar with what Prime Days are, they are 2 days, usually, I think, 48 hours, where Amazon puts a ton of stuff on sale. All of the things have amazing deals and everyone just goes nuts. And in this episode, I'm explaining how running your membership like Amazon, in some ways, let me explain, keep listening to the episode because not completely like Amazon, but I'm going to explain how running your membership in this way will absolutely exponentially grow your membership and completely change your life, your business, all of the things because of it. So if you're not familiar with it, Amazon has 2 sets of Prime Days every single year. Usually they have one in July, and then usually they have one in October. Now, I'm not sure what they brought in for the October ones because it was only a few days ago. I don't have the numbers on it yet, but Amazon brought in $24 billion during their Amazon Prime Days in July. $24 billion. To put this into perspective, they regularly, just on like a day-to-day basis, make almost, at the time of me recording this anyways, almost $2 billion a day. Almost. I'm saying this as if it's like small potatoes, like only $2 billion. Oh my God. So you can see that is a crazy amount to make in only a couple of days, $24 billion. People wait for Amazon Prime Days. They have all of their things in their shopping cart, all of the things on the wish list. And when Amazon Prime Days come, that's when people go to their wish list, they go to their cart, and they look at everything that they can get for cheaper. They look at everything that's gone on sale, all the deals they can get. Even if people don't have anything in their shopping carts or their wish lists, when they know it's time for Amazon Prime Days, they're on Amazon scouring, looking for the deals, trying to think of anything that they might need. Do I need a new lemon squeezer? Do I need any throw pillows? Oh, this rug is on sale. I don't think I need something, but this is never going to be this price again. I better get it. That is what people do on Amazon Prime Days. You are lying if you don't do that. Okay, maybe you're not, but I personally do that, and I'm very guilty of it. Even if I don't need anything on Amazon Prime Days, I'm really thinking and really racking my brain what do I actually need? What are the things that maybe I can't think of, maybe I don't use all the time, but I'll be really happy with myself if I get it on deals, The exact same psychology applies to your membership. When you limit how often you take on new members, meaning you limit the amount of time that people can actually enroll into your membership, the doors are actually open. When you limit that, when you stop making your membership available all the time, every single day, 12 months out of the year, that doesn't drive people away. People often think when you close your membership doors, that drives people away. People are going to go somewhere else. And that is so far from the truth. And I'm going to explain why in this episode. And not only does it bring people in at 10 times speed, a lot more people are coming in than would normally just trickle in when you're normally open day to day, but it also gets people to stay in your membership. I'm going to explain that in a second. Before we get into all of the logistics and all of the things with this and why this works and the psychologies and all of the strategy pieces, I just want you to know too, I have done it both ways. I have started my business when I started my business in 2017. I have started with having everything open all of the time. So I've experienced that. I've experienced what it took to do that because I did it for a couple of years. I have also experienced doing it the way that we're explaining on this episode, the opening and closing, kind of like mimicking Amazon Prime Days. I've done it that way too. And I can personally say from experience, it is a night and day difference. And that's why I teach this to my membership clients, my $1 Million Memberships Club members. I teach both ways because it's not going to apply to every single membership, but for most memberships out there, I would say like 80% of memberships, maybe probably more, this model is going to work. And now if you're wondering, does this actually work for me? How do I know if this is right for my membership? I will get into that in this episode as well. Okay, so let's get into the logistics of this. How does this actually work for your membership? How can Amazon Prime Days be a teacher for us here in the online membership space? So again, Amazon offers 2 sets of Prime Days every single year. One is usually in summer, one is usually in the fall. That's it. They don't offer them all throughout the year. And here is why this works and actually relates to your membership. So the first thing is scarcity equals action. People only have short windows, meaning like 48 hours, a couple of times a year to get the benefit of Prime Days. Everyone knows it's limited. So even if they have car payments coming out, even if they have a birthday party they need to plan for, I'm thinking of personal experience because this month's my daughter's birthday. Even when people have all of these things that they have to do, they still know that Amazon Prime is only going to be for these specific days. So they're going to make sure, it might not be ideal for me to get this right now, but this has been on my wish list. This has been in my cart for months. I gotta get it this month. So even if it's not absolutely 1000% ideal, they're still gonna go for it. And you guys, this is life. People are always going to have things that are going on in their life that maybe they have an extra payment for something that month. Maybe they have a party they're going to, whatever it is, there's always something. And that's what usually holds people back from opting into memberships that are open all year because they always think there's going to be a better time, but we all know there's always something that is going to come up. So this is a way to get people to just actually step up and step into the membership that they've been wanting to join for however long, but they keep holding themselves back because now there's an actual open close. Next thing is anticipation builds momentum. Because Prime Days are not a thing for the majority of the year, it only happens twice a year, people anticipate it. They get excited for it. They plan for it. Again, like I've said a million times in this episode already, they have stuff in their wish list, in their cart. They're planning for it. They know that sales are coming, so they're going to jump on it. Same thing for your membership. When your membership is open only a couple of times a year, people are doing the same. They're anticipating it. They're getting excited for it. They're doing the things that they have to do to prep for it because they know they don't want to miss that next open when it comes. And here's a fun little one in my research for this episode that I did is that data actually backs up and studies can show that events with a hard deadline, meaning it's not an evergreen thing. People can't come into it or opt into it or take part in it all throughout the year. It's a hard deadline, open, close, or Amazon Prime Days, 2 days only. Conversion rates are on average 40% higher than those always open offers. The next thing, and like I kind of touched on before that I said I would dive back in on later in this episode, this actually keeps people inside of your membership. When you have your membership open and close, so sometimes people can get in, but the majority of the year, people cannot get in. When you have that set up, just like Amazon Prime Days, that actually encourages people to stay in your membership longer because when you have a membership that's just evergreen, people are going to cancel, come back in, cancel, come back in. And not only is that an absolute headache and a disgrace to your churn rate as a membership founder, it's a headache. Okay, this is Merlot. Hey. Normally I would cut that entire thing out, but this is really fitting and funny because that was just my Amazon Prime orders. All the orders I made on Amazon Prime Day just came to my door while I was recording this episode. Merlot was absolutely losing her mind, so I'm going to get those. This is so fitting for this episode. Obviously, if you're on YouTube, you can see this. But anyways, this is only the second order. I actually had a first order come yesterday as well, but this is what I mean. I hardly actually order things from Amazon. I'm not a huge Amazon order person, but on Prime Days, I'm going for it. I'm getting all my stuff. This relates to your membership. I speak the truth on this episode. Okay, so what I was saying about the churn rate and keeping people inside of your membership is when you have an open and close, people aren't going to be so like fluid, loosey-goosey about coming in and out of your membership. Like for instance, someone might be inside of your business membership. They might really need your support for the month that they join, and then they start getting support and they feel really good. So then maybe they think, oh, well, I may as well cancel because I don't actually need the support at this very moment. I think I have a lot of the tools that I learned in the membership. So I'll just like cancel this month and then I'll come back the next time I need it. That kind of stuff starts happening when you have an evergreen membership. And it is just honestly such a headache for your membership, for your backend, for your numbers, like everything. When you have open close, people really think twice before they're going to cancel because they know that if they do cancel, they're going to have to wait until you reopen again for them to come in. So they're not going to just loosey-goosey cancel when they feel like maybe just that month they don't need it. They're going to stay in because they know they're going to have to wait again if they do leave. Now, another thing I also promised you at the beginning of this episode and something I touched on is I was going to let you know if this actually applies to your membership, because there are memberships that don't actually work well with an open-close model. There's that, but then there's also a time and place for you to implement an open-close model to the extent we're talking here. So let me just explain. Actually, okay, so let's first get into who's actually right for open-close. You basically just want to think, what is that transformation that you're helping your members with? Like, what is that transition that you're helping people go from? Whether that's helping people go from being married to newly single and transitioning into single life. Maybe you're helping people go from being a renter to becoming a homeowner, right? There's always some sort of transition that you're helping people with. My membership, $1 Million Memberships Club, is helping people transition from solely one-on-one coaching or burning themselves out with one-on-one services to building highly profitable and scalable online membership communities. If you have no idea what I'm talking about and need support with this, I have an episode called Perfect Member Discovery, Attracting Members That Will Pay Now versus Later. I dive so deep into coming up with a specific transition and who you help and all the things. Definitely go listen to that one if you haven't already. But if your specific transition statement, what you help your members with, is something that can't really be pushed off another month, like when they need the membership, they need the membership. So example, a pregnancy membership. People are not going to wait 9 months for the membership to be open because at that time they're having the baby already. They don't need your membership anymore. So that is an example of a membership that just can't wait. If your membership is something that can wait, if your membership is something like a health and fitness membership or a business membership, yes, of course, it would be so amazing for everyone to be able to get in right away. It is not something that absolutely like relates to the result of them having to get in right away. Definitely give that some thought. Does your membership need to be something people need to have ASAP, or is it something that they can technically wait for? The next marker to look for of if your membership is ready for this kind of model is, how old is your membership? Where is your membership? Is it established and is thriving, has a lot of members inside of it already? Or are you still establishing? Are you a newer membership? If you're still in the early stages of your membership, you want to open your doors more often throughout the year because number one, you're still establishing. You don't want to do your founding members launch for the very first time, have a very brand new membership that a lot of people don't know about yet, and get 10 founding members and then close your doors until the next year. Like that doesn't make sense. And so you want to open your doors more so throughout the year. You can still do a model like this where you are opening and closing. You just want to make those cohorts where you open and close closer together. So maybe every second month you do it, or maybe every third, every quarter you do it. Then when you do have a membership that's still establishing, you want to still have things like funnels and things in the back end. They're still technically selling your membership, even though it's technically closed. Because again, you are establishing this membership. You're growing this membership. Example, $1 Million Memberships Club, my membership is still technically a newer membership because I started this membership and built this membership from the experience of running my other memberships that I had for years that generated over 7 figures. That's how I was able to start a membership called $1 Million Memberships Club. I didn't just not have memberships and then come up with a membership called $1 Million Memberships Club out of thin air. However, because this membership is newer, it is still technically establishing. So I open this membership more than I did my other memberships that I had for years, because the other memberships were established. They were already absolutely thriving. This membership is newer. We're still growing it. So we open more, and we have different ways of selling this membership as well. If you're a $1 Million Memberships Club member currently, and you're listening to this in real time, October 2025, this month we're actually releasing a new template every single month. If you're not inside of the membership, we release new templates, new resources every single month. The one that we're releasing this month is giving an entire list, like a guidebook of different ways that you can sell your membership, whether it be publicly to your audience and actively like in a launch type of selling, or more so behind the scenes ways that you can do when you're not technically open to the public, but you can still sell your membership and fill your spots and fill your membership behind the scenes. I think there's over 12 strategies in there to choose from. It is such an amazing resource, and I'm really excited to release it this month to $1 Million Memberships Club. So if you're in the club, that is yours. If you're not in the club, get in the club. Okay, so if you're in the early stages, I would say, depending on your membership and depending on the price point of your membership, remember your membership does not have to be low ticket. It can be mid ticket, high ticket, all the things. We've talked about that lots. Go find other episodes on this podcast for that one. I do have one called Pricing Your Membership, which is a really good resource. It's just a couple episodes down from this one. You can find it. But median answer, I would say between 100 members and 300 members is kind of what I would say you're established, and you could probably start doing the open and close method less times throughout the year. So 1 to 2 times throughout the year, open your membership rather than often. On the flip side, if you are established, your membership is thriving, you have members inside, your income is great, it's maybe not necessarily where you want it to be, but it's comfortable, it's great, then I really encourage you, and if again, your membership is suited for this, it's not something like a pregnancy membership or something that they need to get in right away, then I really recommend you open your membership only 1 to 2 times a year. This will build hype, this builds urgency, this does all of the things that we talked about previously. And again, when you do limit the access and you finally open the doors and you give people a lot of notice that the doors are opening and you're hyping people up, you're getting people excited, you will see an insane influx of new member signups during those times that it will actually surpass what you've been making on a month-to-month basis, keeping your doors open at all times. It will be overwhelming, and in the best way possible, as long as your systems are set up, or else it's just going to be overwhelming. But again, if you don't have systems in place, come join us inside $1 Million Memberships Club. That's what we do. We give you all the processes and the systems and the checklists and everything you need to have set up so that you can have these high influx of new members join your membership. So a little bit of a plug there, but definitely if you are not inside $1 Million Memberships Club, go to the link in the show notes, see if we're open, see if there's a way to get in. If we're not, you can put your name on the wait list. Highly recommend it. Not biased at all. The other really great thing is when you do this open and close model, oh my God, I can't even tell you how much just brain space, mind space it frees up for you, because you're not constantly selling and launching and trying to come up with content to sell, but also trying to nurture your membership. Like, you're not constantly splitting your focus. You're having very focused, very intentional launches a few times a year. The rest of the time, you just have so much space to just nurture your membership, create new content for your membership, improve your membership, or if your membership's in a really good place, like, it's okay to just fucking chill and take time, because also that's another really cool part about having a membership is you don't have to have a busy schedule. You can like actually live your life because you have a membership, and that's also so sick too. It just absolutely changes everything, and you will see your sales will drastically increase. It almost seems like, how could that be possible? It seems like if I close my doors, I'm losing out on sales, but it truly, you will see people will take advantage of that. People will take advantage of the open door. And then when they do get in, they will stay in. So not only are you having this massive influx of new members, you're also keeping your members. So you're building on that every single time you do one of those big opens. Now, when I do open the doors, so when I do one of these strategies where I'm opening the doors, I don't just open the doors to my Instagram audience and my email list. I make it a very strategic sales strategy. I do something that literally has changed my business, has changed my life. I do it every single time I do a major launch, major open, because number one, it converts like crazy, like way surpasses just promoting to your Instagram audience or your email list. But it provides so much value that I don't even feel like I'm selling to people when I do this strategy. Like, it's just so much, like, people are asking, how can I continue working with you? How can I continue this? Like, where do I go next before I even launch the membership? Because it's just so valuable that people are just like, they're in. That was my I don't even know what noise that was, but they're sold. They want to continue with you. They want to go into your membership, and it doesn't even feel like sales because again, it's just, you're providing so much value, but the sales aspect is definitely there. The conversion rate is insane. So if you want this strategy, I recorded something. It's completely free. It's a 35-minute masterclass. If you haven't watched it yet, I really highly recommend you watch it. Again, it's completely free. It's 35 minutes and it's taking you through the 4-part system that I personally use and have personally used to launch and scale multiple 6- and 7-figure online memberships before. It's what I teach inside $1 Million Memberships Club. It's what I teach my clients. It's just, I made it for a reason. It's really like a pillar of being a membership founder. So I talk about this strategy. I talk about what to do when you actually do open your membership up and what to do when you actually do want to sell your membership, and even what to do months before, how to like really get people excited and hype and even make some sales before you're technically open. I talk all of those things. And then I talk about what to do once you close the doors and how you can start to get sales in even when you close doors. It's just absolutely amazing. And it's only 35 minutes, but I will warn you, once you do sign up for it, you only have 48 hours to watch it. If you don't watch it within the 48 hours, then you do have to pay for it, sign up for it, and then schedule it into your calendar, 35 minutes to watch it. Everyone has 35 minutes. Watch it while you're making, I don't know, dinner. Listen to it while you're going for a walk. Listen to it while you're on the elliptical. Do people even do that anymore? I don't think so. Treadmill. Just schedule it in. I don't care where you watch it. Just watch it and make sure you watch it within the first 48 hours so you don't lose it. But it will completely change the way that you see sales and completely change the way that you run your membership and run your sales periods for your membership. I will link that in the show notes, along with everything else. Any other resources that I have mentioned in this episode linked in the show notes. Any other things that I have going on are also linked in the show notes. It's always a really good place to go check out to see what kind of membership resources and help that you can get. Head to the show notes, see what's in there. It's a little surprise, a little treasure chest every single episode. But that is it for this episode. I hope that this was something that really opened up your mind to how to sell a membership and how to really look at sales for your membership. Again, if you have any questions on memberships at all, anything that we talked about in this episode or any follow-up questions you might have, or just anything at all, maybe something we didn't even talk about, definitely come find me on Instagram at The Membership Muse, because I do a Q&A episode at the end of every single month, the last Monday of every month, where I just look at all of the questions that have come through the questions box or my Instagram or wherever, and I compile questions for a podcast episode where I'm just answering your questions there. So definitely don't be shy. I love getting these questions in, and I just love to support and help any way I can. That is it for this episode. I hope you loved it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.